me, the Leadville 100, I would like to win the race. So it's not just a participation thing. 100-mile mountain bike race is a tough race, and then you throw in the 10,000 foot elevation that it starts at and the almost near 13,000 feet that it climbs up to, and the whole thing is crazy. So I think it's just one more element to an already insane event. The recovery from a 100-mile mountain bike race is going to be different from that of a 2-hour cross-country race. I feel like it's more of a deep fatigue in the race, being at such high altitude and so long. It's not like a cyclocross race where you get done and your lungs feel like they're bleeding, or you got that like throat just feels raw. It's not that. It's a deeper, it's a lower level. You notice the fatigue more. In a short race, you don't have time to think about it. You're just trying to grab the wheel in front of you and hold on or attack, or you're just going as hard as you can. Whereas a race like this, it's hard, but it's also a notch below where you can take in the pain that you're feeling the entire time. But coming here from a 2-hour intensity and suffering like that to not win the race, it's too hard. One thing I wasn't ready for was the pace of the race right from the gun. I thought we'd kind of ease into it a bit. It's 100 miles. I thought, we'd kind of wind it up later on in the race, but it was pretty fast from the start, and that was a bit shocking. For me, I had a couple key moments in the race. The first one was when Levi and I crashed together. Kind of rolling over the top of Powerline. He was on the front, I was sitting on his wheel, and he thought the course made a right-hand corner up the hill, I guess, and slammed on his brakes, turned right. I wasn't expecting it, didn't have time to stop, so I crashed into him, flipped over, ripped the spokes out of my wheel, flatted the front tire, and I thought, this is it, my race is over. And then I wasn't sure how bad I would feel afterwards. Usually I crash in a cross-country race or cyclocross race, you're in the zone there, you don't have a lot of time to think about it, you just kind of push through it. Here, with another 5 hours to go in the race, I didn't know how I would react. And then the second point was going up the major climb of Columbine. Bishop and I were hanging on, and then Levi and JHK were pulling away, and I was hoping that I'd be able to keep it within 2 minutes. I thought if I could get to the top within 2 minutes, I could probably close that on the descent if I really laid it all out there. And I managed only to close 1 minute, so at that point I knew when I didn't catch those guys by the bottom of the climb that my race to try to win was over.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, Todd Wells!
It's a little surreal in there. So I ran out of water with over an hour to go, and I had the white mouth coming in. I was pretty glazed over in there. The feeling crossing the line at the Leadville 100 race, it's one of, relief for sure, and you feel like you've accomplished something.
Third place on the podium, 6 hours, 30 minutes.